Hi guys, welcome back to Harry Makes Up. Today I'm going to do a nice summery look for you. It could be day or night time depending on how you like your makeup. I recently did a shoot with Very for their online campaign, #Can'tWaitForSummer, which I had to say my 3 words of summer. Not gonna lie, they were pretty much all food related. That sums me up. But I was wondering what your 3 words of summer are as well, so make sure you leave them in the comments below. The look I'm going to do today is the look I did on myself for the Very shoot. It was a wonderful but weird experience in that I was there to be part of the shoot as Harry Makes Up, and I was also there as a makeup artist doing other people's makeup, so it was a really fun day, and I'm going to show you the look I did on myself for the shoot, which is a really nice orange lip, and I'm going to show you kind of some of my summer staples as well within this video. So I've already done my base and my eyebrows. On my base I've used a bit of Luminous Silk by Giorgio Armani, and on my brows I've just got a bit of Soap & Glory Archery in Hot Chocolates. The thing I'm going to start with first is the Soap & Glory SuperCat eyeliner. I wore this on the day because it was really speedy and it was just what I had in my makeup bag. And I'm going to do a moderate Harry flick. On the day I did do kind of like medium width. It wasn't too big and it wasn't all the way across. I kind of focused on the lip, which was a strong orange lip. So I started just leaning the brush on the outside of on top of my lashes, on my top of my lashes first. And I just started building up a really small amount of pigment. And literally I just leant the brush against the lash line so that the point kind of filled in about just past halfway is where it kind of started, but it starts as kind of nothing. I just did little dots just to start with, so I had an initial kind of tracing mark. And then from where I had done that kind of original line, I then started to build it up a little bit. So it went a little bit thicker. And then from here, I then joined up to a kind of little kick. So rather than taking it really high like a kitten flick, I kind of pulled it out a little bit more. So from here, and I still pulled it out quite far, so probably to there, that's kind of where I did my initial flick, and then I just joined it up. And then I just kicked out a little bit more. And then from here, I just leave it for a bit to dry, and then I'm going to go back in and perfect once I've done the other side. I then took my, I think these are the Shoe & Mirror eyelash curlers, and I'm going to give my eyes a really big curl because I do like a big curly lash. And for me, for summer, I need a really long wearing mascara, so I love the Fairy Drops Scandal Queen one. This one on me just works really well. It doesn't give me panda eyes, it stays really well, and I find even though this isn't the waterproof one, it's still quite water resistant. And I find this just really locks my lashes in place. So I think I've been using this now about 3 months, and on myself I really am converted. So this definitely stays in my makeup bag. And then I'm going to take a MAC 224 brush, and I'm just going to take that under my eyes. I do get quite dark circles under my eyes, so I do go a bit full on with the concealer, especially if it was knowing it was for photo shoot. I'm taking that around my nose as well. Actually, I have quite a bit of redness around here, and I'm just using the 224 sorry, by MAC. It's quite a nice brush actually for kind of buffing out concealer. It's sort of, you can do most of it with just that one brush. And I just took a little bit of that over the top of my lip for kind of a highlight and just to smooth the line out as well. And I knew that would just make the lip pop a little bit more. And then for the lip, on the day I actually wore an old one by Topshop that is no longer available, but I found this one by Kiko, which I've also been really liking. And this is I think they're the matte lipsticks. The name isn't on here, but I'll pop it below in the description bar. And it's got very cool packaging. It pops out like this. And look at that orange, how gorgeous is that? So I thought that would go perfectly with my top. I'll explain where all my outfit and accessories are from in a bit as well. From the bullet first. And then I'm going to blot. And then I'm going in with the second application. And it's such a beautiful bright orange, it just lifts the complexion really nicely. So I'm going to take my Shoe & Mirror lip brush. This is the 7H Kalinsky, which I love. Whenever you guys ask me the best lip brush, this is always what I'd recommend. It has a curved tip, so it just makes applying lips really easily. And I find once you've got the majority of the colour on, you can just use this to tidy up. So I'm going from the inside. This is very similar actually to the colour I used on the day. It's quite moisturising as well actually. It's not like a super matte, but it's matte enough that you get that nice kind of powdery finish. So that's a lipstick, which I absolutely love. That is definitely staying in my makeup bag. And yeah, I just think that feels nice and moisturising. And I think sometimes as soon as you add a statement lip, you kind of don't really need to do anything else. So I'm not going to use, I think I'm going to do, on the day I do a bit of contour. So I'm going to take a bit of the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronze and Glow. And I'm going to use a bit of the contour first. So I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury sculpt brush as well. And I'm just going to take that on the contours. Just to give, and a little bit to sculpt as well on the outer part of my cheek. And so that, guys, is the finished look. It's quite a simple look. It's all about the lip, but it shows you how quickly adding a bit of colour really just can lift the skin. I think it's a really versatile look as well. This is, you could wear it for going out, you could wear it for daytime, and it just adding that lip, that bright shock of colour, just lifts the face really nicely. So now to go through what I'm wearing for my Can't Wait for Summer. I'm wearing a top by Very, which has these really pretty little like cutouts, so you can see bits of skin, but the colours on it, these like gorgeous blues and reds and oranges. So I like injecting a little bit of colour when it comes to summer. I definitely have to force myself to move away from black because I do love black and it is my comfortable shade, but it is nice wearing a little bit of colour, and at the very least I will add some to my face if nowhere else. Now when it comes to summer, I always need a great pair of sunglasses, and I'm very bad at treating myself to a new one each year. A brand that I was working with recently, a brand called Hackney St Cloud, have an amazing selection. I was on the shoot with them recently and I saw these on the shoot, and I did put a thing on my Instagram actually whether or not I should get the black or the Perspex clear. And they're accompanied by, I think it's pronounced Kibosh, I'm not sure. Hackney St Cloud is like this amazing brand where it's kind of aimed at like cool cycling women who, you know, cycle to work or want to still look good when they're cycling, and it's really beautiful apparel. There's accessories as well, and that's launching end of May, so I was really happy to work with them and I love the products. So I'm going to show you the amazing cool sunglasses now. These are the black ones. How cool are these? Okay, I'll try not to get my ring light in them, but I just think those are so cool in statement. And again, with a really strong lip, I think that looks so good. And the quality of these is just beautiful. It's really, really thick Perspex. Try not to get my ring light in it too much. But they are just such beautiful sunglasses, and they've got the metal running through the Perspex as well, which I think is really, really cool. They're almost like, if I hold it there, you can probably see it better. They're almost like a slight cat eye shape, but a little bit cooler, a little bit chunkier. And I think I'm definitely addicted to this brand. I'm going to be purchasing quite a lot from Hackney St Cloud once they go live. End of May, I'll pop all their socials below in the links. I'm going to pop the top I'm wearing as well in the links as well. And if I can find the dress I was wearing on the very shoot, I will also pop that in the description bar below. And then one final thing, which is kind of summer accessories. I always tend to like kind of chunky jewellery. I'm not really a dainty jewellery person. I have my moments, but generally I tend to be heavy rings and more heavy necklaces. And this necklace I'm wearing, this is from the Giving Keys in LA, and it's such an amazing design. Basically they take recycled keys and they put inspiring messages on them, and they employ homeless people to get them back to work, which I think is such a cool idea. And they have certain keys, like they have a rainforest one I think that says grow, and they give money back to the rainforest. And so this one says believe. And the idea is you keep the key until you don't need the message anymore. So I already know who this key is going to. It's going to a very special friend of mine. But I just love the idea. When I first heard about their brand, I did order mine online, so they do ship internationally, I think. And they do precious metals ones as well that are made from old recycled keys as well. But the beauty is you don't know what key you're going to get, and I just had to mention this because I've been wearing them loads at the minute. I have one that says courage, this one that says believe, and then a real silver one that says believe that's really small. And it just really touched me, the idea that, you know, it's inspiring messages, and once you don't need the message anymore, you give it back to someone. So I just had to mention them because it's something I've been wearing loads recently, and I'll definitely be accessorising. I think if I wear something quite pretty, like a top like this, I have to have some jewellery that's a bit tougher. That's kind of the look I like. So definitely check them out as well. I'm going to pop all their info in the links as well. So that's a few brands that I'll be wearing this summer. Let me know what your 3 words are for summer in the box below. If you've got any makeup related questions, you can get me on Twitter at HarryMakesItUp. And I look forward to seeing you soon for more videos, guys. Thanks very much. Bye.